Yes. Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures of Sarah. Sorry for the slight delay. We had some technical difficulties on Facebook. Welcome back. But we're back. Sorry about this. So we're going to be talking Foodie Morocco tour that's coming up on March 13th through the 24th of next year. And we're going to have on your local guide for the tour, and welcome in Mouna. Hey Mouna, how are you?
Good. How about you? Thank you so much.
I'm doing great. It's been I think it's like 6.5 months or almost 7 months since I saw you, because for those who don't know, I was in Morocco earlier this year with my son.
Yeah, it was in April. It's about 6 months and more.
Yeah. This is a really cool thing, because I had I think seen you virtually before about a year ago when Sarah was doing a non-food tour in Morocco, and Sarah had told me that you had put together a food kind of related, foodie interested tour, and I was very interested in that, and that was one of the reasons why I went to Morocco earlier this year. So I think that's really great that you did such a thing.
Thank you. So I would like to introduce myself. I think some of people, they know me already because I have worked with Sarah many times. So my name is Mouna. I'm from Morocco. I'm working as a local guide here for about 5 years. And I'm happy to work with Andrew as well. Yeah. And by the way, I'm one of the 3% female guides in Morocco. So in Morocco, we don't have that much female guides, especially those who are doing the tours in all over of the country. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say I was kind of surprised, because I knew there weren't many female guides, and then you wrote your own itinerary, and I was like, all right, she's serious. She means business. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with a little bit about, let's say, kind of Moroccan food and food culture, and then we can delve into the itinerary.
Yeah, so for the Moroccan food, or let's say the Moroccan cuisine, it's considered as one of the most diverse in the world, because we have, in Morocco, we have a mixture of the cultures. So that make the Moroccan cuisine diverse in all over of the country. So Morocco is influenced by with other cultures and exchanges for many centuries in all over of the country, as it is considered with the Amazigh. By the way, the Amazigh are the origin citizens of Morocco, with the Arab cuisine, with the Andalusian, with the Middle Eastern, and also Mediterranean and African cuisine. So we have a diverse in all levels, not only in the cuisine, but as well in the culture. That's why I'm always describing Morocco as a rainbow of cultures.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I notice and I like, because I always like places that are, that's got a mix of different influences and peoples and spices and everything else. And to be honest, that was one of the reasons I really wanted to go there, was I wanted something different, or a different mix of peoples and colors that I hadn't, and flavors that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, and by the way, in Morocco, wherever you go, you will find a speciality in the level of food and the crafts, and in the level of the culture. So wherever you go, you're gonna try something different. Yeah.
So what are I mean, I know a lot of people who are watching probably have some idea of maybe Moroccan cuisine, or maybe they've been to a Moroccan restaurant. Maybe you can give us a few different specialities and from different regions or different cities that we're going to on the tour.
Yeah, sure. Let's start by Fes, for example. So in Fes, they have a famous speciality that all people in all over Morocco, and maybe non-Moroccans, they know it, which is the pastilla. Pastilla, we have two types. We have the one of fish, which is salty. We have the one with chicken, which is sweet. And we do it when we receive some guests in our house, and also when we have a special ceremony in the country, we do it as well, or when we have a wedding party. So we do it, but it depends on the family if they want it sweet or they want it salty. The one of salty is with fish, and the one of the sweet is with chicken.
Okay, and what is it made of? I mean, what is the rest of it without the meat stuff?
The skinny pastry made by the flour and water, and then the put inside the the almonds with the chicken, and then put it like bread, and then they cook it in the oven.
Oh yeah, I think I had that the first
Fez.
day I was in Fez, and I love cuisines that have somehow can mix nuts and meat together. It's one of those strange things. For the most part in Europe, like it just doesn't exist. I'm not sure why. It seems to work in Arab cultures and Asian cultures really well. And over here it's like nope, have to keep everything totally separated. So I love those dishes when you get your different nuts mixed in with all the different meats. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and for example, when you go to Marrakesh, the best thing to taste it in Marrakesh is tangia. It's not tagine, but it's tangia. When you hear
Okay,
it,
different. Yeah.
different. So tangia, it's a red meat. They put it in a jar and then with spices and everything, and then you cook it in the oven. So that's a speciality of Marrakesh. When you go to Essaouira, you try fish. So each region, each city, they have a special thing.
Okay, and what in the name of your city that you're from is that we're visiting on the tour
Yeah,
is I forgot the name.
Meknes,
Magnus?
but you're gonna try something different here in Meknes. It's not
Yes.
only food, but it's wine, because
Yes.
Meknes is the capital of wine here in Morocco. So you're gonna try something which is 100% made in Morocco.
Okay, that's great because I didn't get there. I had limited time when I was there earlier this year, and also I didn't want to go to every single place on the tour because I figure I'll see all that in next year. And you were busy with other stuff, but I'm definitely interested in trying Moroccan wine because I think I could speak for most people out there. We have not tried it.
Yeah, and we're gonna visit a farm of wine, and there the guests, they're gonna have a guided tour. It's gonna take about 2 hours where they're gonna see how we make the wine here in Morocco. I mean in Meknes,
Mm.
and we're gonna test different types of wine, and then we'll be there a lunch included, but gonna be a special plate of Morocco in food. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And now in this wine region, is it flat or do you have like terraces or you have hills or because I haven't been there yet. So
It's a farm.
oh, it's farm.
Actually,
Okay,
it's a
it's flat. Okay,
farm. Yeah.
cool. And so we start the tour in Rabat, which is the capital. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna start the tour in Rabat, as the majority of people, they're gonna arrive in Casablanca, the airport, the international airport of Casablanca, and then we will start the trip in Rabat. And then after that, we have only one night in Rabat, and then we will go to Fez for 3 nights after that. Fez is the best place to spend 3 nights there. So we're gonna have the first night when we arrive, and then the second night we will have a guided tour all the day from the morning until the afternoon or until the evening. It depends on the rhythm of the group, if they are slow or fast. And then after that, we will, by the way, in Fes, we're gonna see different things. Like Fes is the capital of the handicraft. And then there are a lot of things to see there, like the oldest university in the world, madrasas, the Quranic schools, and so the oldest and biggest royal palace in Morocco. And then after that, the third day, we will go to Meknes. Meknes, where we're gonna visit the farm of wine. They're gonna taste the wine, and then they're gonna visit my hometown, as I'm from Meknes.
Mhm.
And
So
then
do we get to
after,
go? Do we visit your home too?
not sure about that,
Okay.
but why not?
Well, it depends. I suppose if it's like if we had a bus of 50 people, that wouldn't work out. But with our group size, I think maybe we could fit it in because that people. I mean, if you've never had guests visit, I mean, tour guests visit your home, I have to say, like when you can do that on a tour, it's fantastic because it's a unique experience. I mean, it might be a unique experience for your family, but it definitely is for our guests.
Yeah, sure for that. Yeah. In our way to Meknes, we will visit the Roman ruins. Of course, a lot of people, they have heard about Roman ruins. So it's Volubilis. So we're gonna visit it, and then Meknes, and then we will back to spend another night in Fes. So we have 3 nights in Fes. So after that, we will travel to Marrakesh. From Fes to Marrakesh, we will go by the train. So in our trip, we're gonna try different types of transport. So public transport and private one, and 4x4, of course. And the best thing is the camel. Let's see.
It's probably good that we're not going Fez to Marrakesh on a camel, because that might kind of take a little longer than expected.
About 15 days or more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And just to let everyone know, I took the train I keep saying last year, this year, from Fez to Marrakesh. And it was great. I have to say the train everything, the train station, the way it was set up, the train itself, the comfortability, everything was it was as good or better than a lot of places I travel by train in Europe. So I was shocked because I didn't really know what to expect. Of course, I have to say, part of me wanted to like get on the train and have everyone with like chickens and things like that on it, just because, since they shot the new Indiana Jones movie there, in my brain, I kind of like want that, kind of, really different experience. But on the other hand, as a traveler, it was great just to be like, oh, this is comfortable and fast and everything's just like all nice and modern.
Happy to hear that. I remember when you texted me and you told me I like your train. So
yeah, you're thinking what? But look, I mean, you might think all the trains in Europe or something are like great and run on time and this and that. The next thing, it's like not really. So yeah, it was, and I figured it's kind of nice. I think people, when they go by train, they have you could walk around and it's not like a bus where you're just kind of stuck in your seat. So I'm thinking the train trip is kind of a cool little add-on. You get to see a little bit more of Morocco that way.
yeah, and the best thing that now they are working about the TGV, so from Casablanca to Fez, so it's a good experience as well if we try it in the future, the fast train. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right, cool. They got fast trains there. Yeah.
So in Marrakesh as well, we're gonna spend about 3 nights, but we will have a day trips. We will go to a small village next to Marrakesh, about 1 hour, where we're gonna visit a family there, seeing the experience of making the bread, Moroccan bread, and so on. And then we will go to the Sahara Desert next to Marrakesh. I guess they're gonna experience the camel ride, and then at the guided tour in Marrakesh, they will see the Red City, a lovely experience there, where they're gonna visit different spots in Marrakesh. They will have a cooking class. Maybe they're gonna make couscous. Why not? It depends on the guests. By the way, our couscous in Morocco, it's not in 5 minutes.
Well, that's good, because if nothing else, people would be like, oh, after 15 minutes, like we'd all be finished and done. So you were explaining this to me yesterday. So how long does your couscous take to make usually?
It depends for how many people you make it. If for a lot of people or only 2% or 3%, it take from 1.5 hours to 3 hours. It's not 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a little bit more than 5 minutes. And when you told your mom that like people in other countries make couscous in 5 minutes, what did she have to say about that?
She's keeping telling me what a shame. Couscous in 5 minutes. Are they serious?
I know, and I'll have to be honest. Couscous is like, if you have couscous or rice or pasta, it's always like, well, couscous is the fastest. So you're just like, that's one of the reasons you get that out of the kitchen cupboard, because you need something in really, really fast. But I have to say, yeah, there's no comparison between eating couscous, that takes 5 minutes to make in your kitchen versus what you get in Morocco.
Yeah. So, and then after 2 nights in Marrakesh, we will go to Essaouira, and after the Sahara Desert of Marrakesh, we will go to Essaouira, the wind city. And in Essaouira, we will have another experience there. We will go to a city on the coastline of the Atlantic Ocean. So we will visit the port. We're gonna see the local experience, that we will go to the market. We will buy the fish, and then we will go to cook it. So we will be with the locals and where the locals are eating. Yeah. And after that, we will travel to Casablanca, the economical capital of Morocco, where we're gonna visit one of the largest mosques in the world. And then our trip will be finished there. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back, because I want to ask this in Rabat, because I didn't get to go there this year. What is there a typical dish that people eat or make in Rabat that we'll try?
Actually, there is a special food that I like my guests to try it, but not all the restaurants offer it, but we can request for that. It's tagine of Muammar. Muammar, it's something that is back to the Jewish people that they came from Andalusia, from the south of Spain, the Moorish people, but Jewish ones, that they came to Rabat and so on, and then they have done it. So tagine of Muammar, it's like the green paper with the inside of it, there is the meatball, the kefta.
Oh, okay.
And
Ooh.
like the tagine, yeah.
Anytime there's some kefte or meatball, then my ears perk up. So I think that was one of my favorite. I looked at the photos of my trip with my son, and there was quite a few of them that included meatballs in them. So I think like every other day I had some kind of meatball dish, but you know, that's me.
Yeah. People, they love
Yeah, and kids
in
do as
general.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the I was going to ask for the day we're going to go to the desert. That's called Agafay.
Agafay, you have been there before?
Okay, that is the place. Okay, so but I was just there kind of more briefly because I was doing kind of the condensed version of this. So what are some of the things that we can do there, or that we will do there, or that are optional there?
Actually, we will go there in the afternoon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We will go there in the afternoon, and then we will go for the experience of the camel ride, seeing the sunset. The sunset is the best thing, is to see it from the Sahara Desert.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will have some musicians dancing next to the fire, and so on. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a hammam there or other places that
No, that will be in Marrakesh. The experience of the Moroccan hammam or the hot air balloon or something like that will be in Marrakesh. But they can do there the experience of the quad bike and in Sahara deserts. A lot of people, they go there for the quad bike.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah, I remember seeing those. So do we go to because I know this program, of course, is different than the one that Sarah's done a few times before, because that is longer. And
because in this itinerary, we're gonna stay in each place 3 nights. 3 nights, like for example in Fez and Marrakesh, because we don't like our guests to pack every morning.
Yeah.
So we'll go for a day trip and then we back in the evening. Except for the Sahara Desert, we will go there to spend 1 night, because it's the best thing is to spend there 1 night to see the sunset, to live the experience of camping and sleeping under the stars.
Yeah, and so with the regular tour, you go to the High Atlas Mountains or High Atlas, yeah, and I know we're not going that far because that's quite some distance. But are we going to go to a Berber village, and maybe you can, because to be honest, I still don't exactly know, or maybe I mean I do a little bit. Who are the Berbers and what will we experience kind of from them?
Sorry to interrupt you, but let's see Amazigh, not Berbers. We prefer to call us Amazigh and not
Okay,
Berbers.
Amazigh, okay.
Amazigh are the free people, means the free people, and the Amazigh people, they were here in North Africa. They are the original citizens of North Africa, not only in Morocco, but let's see Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Mali, Niger, Egypt as well. So those are the Amazigh, and we prefer to call us Amazigh, which means the free people, and not Berbers.
Okay, Amazigh. Okay, so do we go to an Amazigh village?
Yes, we will go to the Amazigh village. It's far from Marrakesh, about 1.5 hours driving. Okay, so we will go there. We will have a walk. We will discover this village. We will meet with the family, locals. I will be your translator for you and for the group, of course. And then we will see how they make the bread. We will see the experience of making the bread, and of course we will have lunch with them, with the family.
Oh, cool. Just a thought. I mean, it'd be kind of fun to try this, because once in a while, I mean, it's actually hard to go to a place now where no one speaks English. So I mean, it is really great that you will do all the translating, or that we have the experience that we can't just blah 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 in English. But I was just thinking, you have those little whiteboards with the markers on it. That would be kind of fun to like see, like, hey, can we communicate that way? Because I mean, a lot of times you're using your hands and things like that. Might be kind of a fun lesson to see, because but everyone traveling, I think that's an English speaker, are so used to wherever we go, there's always some English speaker, there's some kid that will translate. So maybe we should make it a little bit more harder on ourselves to get a better experience.
Yeah, sure.
Or we can just call you up like 5 minutes later and say, okay, this totally didn't work, so can you translate?
No worries. Maybe you're gonna learn. Maybe you're gonna learn the Moroccan dialects. Sarah as well. She knows some Arabic, so when she come here, she can understand people without talking
Yeah, no, I know. I've
without
heard her, and
talking
it sounds
Arabic. So
legit.
sometimes she understand them.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that would be, I mean, obviously people ask usually when they come on a tour, hey, can we get a couple phrases and things like that? But that might be it. This is, I think Morocco, I mean, my experience in Morocco was, okay, it's actually still where you go with where there's tourists, there's more English spoken than maybe you think. But first it's Arabic and second it's French. And I think Morocco is the only place outside of France where I hear so much French. But maybe you could put
Oh,
together a little phrase
no,
book or a little phrase sheet for people to try.
of course, there is a special sheet for the groups to learn Arabic. It's in English and Arabic, so they can Arabic with English alphabet. So in that
Okay.
way, will help Arabic. But by the way, the official languages here in Morocco is the Amazigh dialect
Mhm.
and then the Arabic dialect. It's not
Okay.
French. It's let's see, it's the second language. It's
Yeah.
only yeah. It's only they learn it in the schools and so on. But the first languages here in Morocco is the Amazigh one and the Arabic Moroccan dialects.
And how is without going too much into all the technical stuff, is Amazigh completely different than Arabic, or there's some similarities, or no?
It's completely different.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like Arabic at all. No, it doesn't sound like Arabic at all. But we have three dialects of the Amazigh language here in Morocco. We have the one of the north of Morocco, and we have the one of the center, and we have the one of the south. Yeah. So different.
Okay. Would the one where we would be, would that be the center one? Because we're not south enough, or which one would the dialect be?
I speak the one of the Middle Atlas.
Okay.
So my Amazigh dialect is completely different than the one of the south. Like actually, my dad he is from the south of Morocco, so he speaks the one of the south. But I didn't learn it like 100%.
Mm.
I know some words and so on. So I speak I'm gonna teach you the one of the Middle Atlas.
Okay, good. Teach us the one that you know, because that would be, then we'd have at least a chance to practice. And is that written? Is that written is that written in Arabic? Is it written in?
We have actually special alphabet for the Amazigh language.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. If you have seen before the flag of the Amazigh people, there is Z. It's the symbol. It's the symbol that is showing the freedom of the Amazigh, but it means Z as well. It's one of the alphabets. I can give you a list or sheet with the Amazigh alphabet with the English alphabet. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, cool. Because I always like, let's say, alphabets that I haven't seen before. So I'm guessing then I have not seen. I mean, maybe I did in Morocco, but it's not something I really know.
Yeah. Now they are teaching Amazigh language in the schools. Start 2009, they are teaching the Amazigh dialects in the schools, but I didn't learn it from the school. Okay, I learned it from my family. I learned it from my family, so that's why until today I'm just learning the alphabets and how to write Amazigh alphabets and how to write and read and so on. So I found some difficulties even Amazigh because I didn't study it in the school. So I learned it from my family through the environment, my environment.
So I was going to ask, because how did you get the idea for this for the food tour? Were people coming to you saying, hey, the food's really good here, we should do a whole tour like this? Or did you just, I mean, are you a foodie yourself, or how did the whole idea come about?
The idea of the food tour, so actually I have led some trips here of the food tour here in Morocco. So I like how Morocco, they have a variety of everything, and I'm happy to show them, but I'm concentrating most about the food. And in our trip, they're gonna be the most of the meals, like lunches and dinners are included, like 80% of the meals are included in our trip. And then in each place, in each region, they're gonna experience something new. So I would like to show that to the guests. I don't like my guests to repeat the same thing in every place they go.
That is great, yeah. And I mean, I always think one of the reasons I started doing food tours is because if you're meeting people at the market or cooking or making wine or whatever they're making, is like the easiest way to just have a conversation with local people and get stories, because there's always stories behind why you eat things or how you do things. Like you were telling me earlier before we started live streaming about this crazy your 4-month preparation for a wedding, you know, and all the stuff that goes into that, which it would be great if we could stumble upon a wedding, just to see how massive it is there.
Actually, with some groups, we have meet with some wedding party. Actually, in my last trip now, with that I finished yesterday. We have gone to a wedding party in the High Atlas, and all my group, they have seen the bride, and we have seen what they cook for the food and everything. So we are happy because each region in Morocco, even in the wedding parties, we don't have the same traditions. Like here in Meknes, we are celebrating 4 days, but in some region they are celebrating 7 days, some region 3 days. So it depends. So now for my sister wedding, we're gonna celebrate for 4 days, as I have been to you before. So for 4 days, we're gonna cook food.
Well, that is great. I think we need to somehow get someone who's getting married, like that's going to be part of the tour group, and then like we just do the tour and the wedding party all together as like one whole package or something like that. That would be really crazy and fun to do.
Yes, that's true.
So on that, is weddings always on a certain day of the week there in Morocco?
Actually, the Moroccan people, they prefer to do it in the weekend because for their kids they don't have lectures or anything during the day, and also because for their relatives that they are working, so everyone gonna be available in the weekend. That's why they prefer to do the wedding party in the weekend, especially in Saturday.
Nice. Another thing I wanted to ask is, it's one of those things where sometimes it really helps if you're with the tour and someone like you knows where to go or arranges it, is local music. You know, I mean, granted, there's kind of random things always going on and we have no idea what the schedule might be. But I know we're going to finish the last day of the tour is the start of Ramadan. And I'm wondering, with either that, maybe festivities or other things where we're going to be out on the tour, is there a chance of us catching some local music?
Yes, we're gonna, for example, in Essaouira, or in Fez during our dinner, we can experience something like that. In Essaouira, we will see like Gnawa music, which is Gnawa music. They are in an official folklore in Essaouira. Even they organize a festival there in Essaouira for the Gnawa music. So we may experience different types of the music in different spots in Morocco.
Is sorry, the pronunciation, Gnawa, is Gnawa, is that like an ethnic group, or is that just like a name of a traditional music?
No, it's the name of the traditional music. It's not for a special group.
Oh, okay, all right.
Band, but for the type of the music.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, so when I was there, I went to Fez and Marrakesh and Essaouira because I had literally, I think, 7 days or maybe 8 days. And Essaouira was in my head what Morocco was going to be like. I mean, Fez was also in my head as far as how crazy it is in the narrow streets and everything like that. I mean, that was, you know, you said they had shot the latest Indiana Jones movie there, and that seemed like a place where you don't have to do anything. You just stick the camera there and it looks exactly like that kind of setting, but which is a totally different experience than anything I've had. But Essaouira was okay, this is in my head, this was like North Africa. This was like maybe like some people have Casablanca in their head, which I think the Casablanca that actually exists is not the one that's romanticized in our heads. But Essaouira just seemed like it had this kind of, I don't know, special charm. And I met people from all different places in the world. And I don't know, I just thought it was one of the coolest places I'd been in a long time.
Yeah, Essaouira is an amazing place and it's the best thing for relaxing. It's in Essaouira, yeah.
Yeah. And so,
and a lot, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
And a lot of people there, they like to practice the water sport, and then they like the music. on all the art in the streets, and then it's a lovely place. The museums that they are
Yeah,
there.
it had a great kind of chill out vibe. I mean, there's lots going on, but
With the ocean and it's a lovely place actually.
yeah, yeah, I was really wowed by that. And then we end in Casablanca, and it seems like Casablanca is more, let's say, a modern city, not the Casablanca from some film 70 years ago.
Oh no, it's not like in Casablanca movie.
Which, well, actually was not filmed anywhere in Morocco, is from what I could tell. I
Yeah,
think it was.
a lot of people when they come, this first thing they ask about it where they shoot the Casablanca movie. They are asking about the Rex Cafe and so.
Oh no. But on the way to Casablanca, because I think we're going to be on the water or near the coast, near the Atlantic Ocean. There's a city. What is it? El Jad.
El Jad.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna cross El Jadida, and then we're gonna see a city that is with the Portuguese influenced. So we're gonna have lunch there. We will visit different sites, and then we will continue to Casablanca. It's only a lunch stop, but it's gonna be a lovely place for lunch stop.
Okay, super. Yeah, it sounded really interesting, in another place I haven't been to. So I know that you're kind of short on time, and we probably have some questions here, and I'm having a little bit of technical issues with kind of getting all the information I need to get as far as getting questions go. So what I'll tell people is, whatever questions you have for either the tour itself or for Mouna, for anything like about Morocco, or other things that aren't, maybe not tour specific, that you can leave the questions here on the chat on this live stream, and then I'll go through them and I'll answer what I know, and the rest I'm going to pass over to you, and then in the next couple of days we'll get everything answered.
Sure, no problem. I can help with answers as well.
Okay, and we're also going to be doing some posts this week just on we've got some more food information and foodie pictures that Mouna has, so we'll get those up as well, and we'll put those on our site on the tour page so people can kind of get more information there. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll get everything answered as quickly as it can. We still have spots open for that, and it's crazy. It's less than 4 months away. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like it was not that long ago where it was like, oh, we're going to do this next year, and all of a sudden it's next year is almost here.
Yeah, when we meet in April, you said, okay, next year in March, and it seems it's so far, but the year it goes quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And just a brief thing on in general, and I know we're in different places, but in general, what's kind of middle March weather in where we'll be in Morocco?
It depends on which region we are. Like, for example, in Marrakesh and in the south, the weather gonna be warm. Yeah, in some places it's gonna be cold.
Mm-hmm. And at night usually cold.
Yeah, the majority of the guests, they need their jackets and so on, so it's gonna be cold at night. Yeah.
Okay, and just to let everyone know, we have our 30-day letter, so we'll put the kind of recommended what to wear in there.
Yeah, of course. Before the trip, we're gonna send an email to all the guests about the tips, the things that you need to take in consideration before they are coming to Morocco.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. I just know that it's because I was there at the end of April, and it was definitely warmer than most places I've been in Europe. So
yeah,
but not too warm.
But in the end of April.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, everyone. So yeah, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box here, and we will get to them real soon and get back to everyone. And Mouna, thank you so much for taking some time to do this. Appreciate it.
You are welcome. I'm happy that you received me today.
Yes. Well, I'm glad we're doing this because it's a great. I mean, I'm new to Morocco, but I really enjoyed my time there, and obviously food wise, it's great. And I only scratched the surface, so this will be something special.
Yeah. I'm waiting for you next year in March.
Okay, super. See you in about 3 months or so.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Ciao, everyone.
Bye.